a grocery store worker in Haldimand, Norfolk, contacted my office to say that $120 used to buy 5 bags of groceries. Now it barely fills 1. Even though she works at a grocery store, she's still forced to use the food bank. This Prime Minister has delivered the worst food inflation in the G7, and he even plans to raise the clean fuel standard tax by 7%. Will this Prime Minister get rid of the food tax so Canadians can afford to eat?
Way to go, Leslie.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we understand that world events and supply chain challenges and other things have generated inflation, and we understand that that has had an impact, a deleterious impact, on the ability of families to afford some basic essentials. That is precisely why this government put in place a Canada Child Benefit, put in place dental care, put in place pharmacare, made child care agreements.
That's not going to buy you groceries.
Child care in most of Canada's provinces, Mr. Speaker. The question that Canadians really have is, why do the Conservatives vote against this?
The Honourable Member for Haldimand, Norfolk.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians are in distress and are struggling with high food costs. This Prime Minister promised change, and instead the affordability crisis has just gotten worse over the past year. The Prime Minister broke his promise when he said that grocery prices would go down. Now Canada has the worst food inflation in the entire G7. His plan to increase the clean fuel standards tax by 7% will only make things worse. Will this Liberal Prime Minister cancel this tax on food so Canadians can afford to eat?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Speaker, we understand the situation, and that's why on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, we provided a number of measures to help Canadians and Canadian families. I can think of the Canada Child Benefit, Mr. Speaker, that is making a real difference. I can think of the National School Food Program, Mr. Speaker, that is helping kids across the country. I can think about the Canada Disability Benefit, Mr. Speaker, which our government has put in place. I can think about the Canada Grocery and Essential Benefit, Mr. Speaker, that's going to help more than 12 million people. Mr. Speaker, we know it's an issue. That's why we're working to tackle affordability every single day.
Member for Hastings, Lennox and Addington, Tyendinaga.
Almost a year ago, when asked, will there be a barometer for Canadians to hold you accountable? The Prime Minister responded, Canadians will hold account by their experiences at the grocery store, when they're paying their electricity bill, when they or their children are looking for a place to live. 10 months later, Mr. Speaker, groceries are higher than ever, affordable housing is non-existent, and the price of fuel is skyrocketing. This is a direct result of increasing the clean fuel standard tax by 242%. Mr. Speaker, will the Prime Minister get rid of this tax on food so Canadians can afford to eat?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
Mr. Speaker, same question after question on that side. The only thing that changes on that side, Mr. Speaker, is leaders. They've had 6 of them in the past 10 years, probably soon to be 7. On this side of the House, we're focused on affordability. We've cut taxes for 22 million Canadians. We've introduced the Groceries and Essentials Benefit that's going to put up to $1,900 in the pockets of working families. Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we're going to continue to focus on affordability. They can focus on changing leaders time after time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This guy just creates division.
The Honourable Member for Hastings, Lennox and Addington, Tyendinaga.
Mr. Speaker, after 10 years, the only thing this Liberal government is focused on is consistently delivering excuses. This government needs to look at home for the root causes that have created a decade of debt and deficits. This government's own economic and monetary policies. This government continuously raids the bank accounts of Canadians to fund vanity projects like Alto Rail instead of investing in much-needed infrastructure and housing. Mr. Speaker, again, will this government scrap the fuel standards tax so struggling Canadians can get a modicum of relief?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, what we're hearing from that side of the House, what we're hearing heckled today, is that the programs that we've been putting in place to help Canadians and Canadian families are glorified food stamps. These are ideological, radical programs, when in fact they are actually designed to help Canadians, and we boosted them.
You are a radical party.
Whether it's our groceries and essentials benefit, which Canadians are going to be feeling here just this spring, or making our national school food program permanent, or expanding our dental care program. When I talk to people in my riding, they talk about how these programs are making a difference in people's lives, but these Conservatives keep voting against them.
The honourable member for York-Durham.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister promised the best economy in the G7, and he is delivering precisely the opposite. Highest household debt, highest food inflation, and an economy literally shrinking under the weight of his policies. Particularly concerning is the decline in foreign and domestic investment. C.D. Howe called it, quote, Canada's investment crisis, because adjusted for growth and labour inflation, Canada's investment, all business investment, has declined. We've offered a positive solution. Remove the industrial carbon tax. Will they do it?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Sport.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives just learned a new word, affordability, and they use it often in the House of Commons, but every time they get the chance to vote in favour of an affordability measure backed by experts,
what a stupid-ass remark.
Against this feigned new interest in supporting
everybody wants
Canadians
things to be
isn't
affordable.
Fooling anybody, Mr. Speaker. And besides, our policies are working particularly on rents. Here, I'll read a couple of headlines for the Conservatives. Now is the best time to rent in Canada, as asking prices for rent hit a 31-month low. Mr. Speaker. When you build more affordable housing, rents go down, and that's what this government has been doing for years now, Mr. Speaker. The Conservatives can get on board.
The honourable member for York-Durham.
The question, Mr. Speaker, was about business investment. I'll try again. C.D. Howe says that investment per worker has declined 25% since the Liberals took office. Weak investment yesterday and today means lower wages and lower productivity tomorrow. 2 years ago, the Bank of Canada said we had to break glass on this issue. A year later, C.D. Howe said it was a 4-alarm emergency. But here we still are. We've offered a positive solution. Remove the industrial carbon tax, which is a clear drag on business investment. Please, an actual answer this time.
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister of Energy and Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, I was beside the Premier of Alberta earlier this week in the United States, where she was applauding the work of this government, where she believed the work of this major projects office has brought over $126 billion of investment to Canada in the last 6 months.